Hello and welcome to Lord Lukan. Time to put your granny out and bury the kids. It's another episode of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. Don't miss. Then Jesus calls in. And suspense as we watch Gino using a sharp implement. Greetings, salutations, and a reassuring nod to you. A bottle of the good stuff to those of the Lukan manner. Poke things and subscribe to stuff and, blah blah. Without further blah blah, let's get into blah yakety schmackety. It's Nicola.
Yo. What's up? What's that?
And the love of his life is coming from
Minnesota.
That fresh course fish isn't looking quite so healthy. But today Janet is doing a spot of fishing with his friend.
He's my rosary warrior.
I'm a god warrior!
Well, rosary warrior. Rosary warrior sounds a bit to me, but I don't care. You can have whoever you want. Warrior in gold rosary. And as we know, a friend appearing in an episode means there'll be some kind of exposing of some kind of vaguely pivotal issue. So she's a bit of a green-eyed monster. Okay, well, we won't judge her quite yet. I'm pretty sure the storyline will be about the struggles of a relationship where you don't get to blow the bloody doors off every now and then, and his friend is a little suspicious. Yeah, cheers, friend. Nice one. Well, Janet has his own mission in life.
I have to be virgin and celibate until I get married.
Bert insists on smelling his fingers. While Janet is busy doing that, it's about time we caught Moodybot 3000 enjoying a holiday. But moments before, Moodybot had called home and
Junior says, "Oh, my dad died."
And then she gets all...
But I don't know why he said that to Razvan.
Well, here's an idea, and I mean it in the nicest possible way. With the ability to be able to normalise the passing of their father, which may include sticking a picture of him to a block of wood that goes everywhere, then perhaps now they're so desensitised about being able to talk about him, and do it quite freely. At the same time, it's good that she's been able to approach the subject with a plan, and dealing with it must have been super difficult. I'm sure you all know how hard it is to let go, and that it's even harder sometimes to know the right way to let go. I think it's actually to her credit that her kids spoke openly about the passing of their father. Perhaps it shows that there's been clear and open communication about it. But that's all far too serious.
What if I leave early?
So Razvan tries to look on the bright side and says that the 3-week stay will fly by.
For you? What about for my kids?
Yeah, if only your kids' parents would have considered that before signing up to a TV show and flying willy-nilly about the world giving hickeys. Maybe this thought should have happened 5,600 miles ago. But as always, it's someone else's fault. And it's all sad and mildly infuriating at the same time. So they do the whole, yeah, I'm fine routine.
You're upset?
Sure, when people tell me they're fine, I always know what fine stands for. F***ed up, insecure, neurotic, or emotional. Take your pick. So now, it's time for another episode of...
Gino, Gino.
Oh yeah, and in this episode, the dog is the best bit. They have some kind of argument about how's your father again, but Jasmin applies a bit of diplomacy.
Baby, I'm sorry.
Who cares, the dog's doing cute stuff. So Jasmin says she'll make some dinner and take it a bit slower. And Gino reflects on the concept of sticking his flagpole in the new continent.
There's more important stuff.
He says as he bites into his cyanide pill. So it all gets very ambitious as Jasmin sets a task.
You're gonna help me peel the potatoes.
But it's not as simple as that, you know.
How are we gonna cook with not having the right tool?
Uh-oh, 12 minutes to Wapner. It's definitely very small here.
Poor old Gino. There's no potato peeler, only a chef's knife. You know those moments when you go, aha! Because your friend with the anger problem tells you he's got an anger problem. Or when you find out that crazy feral kid at your child's school has ADHD. Aha! Well, I get those kind of vibes from Gino in these scenes. I think he's showing more of a spectrum than a glass prism. Jasmin hands him the knife.
Take it.
Pause. So, let's guess how Gino chooses to take the knife. In a game I like to call Will Gino lose a finger by taking a knife because he's mostly incompetent? Now, how will Gino take the knife? Will he try and take the handle? Will he hold the dull side? Or will he grab it by the sharp bit? Let's see if you're right.
Where's the cutting board?
That's right, A&E fans. Gino's on top form. Next is the chopping board, and that's not up to code either. Like some kind of bee with a brain hemorrhage. Stunning failures, though, from Jasmin's kitchen. There goes the cooking segment on the Panamanian daytime TV circuit.
Buongiorno!
It's just not that simple for Gino, and he can't work his magic under these conditions.
We can't cook without the proper equipment.
Well, Jasmin says that Gino's equipment isn't being very proper at the moment. Does that mean he's useless too? But noticing that it is all a bit advanced for Professor Hat, Jasmin breaks it down for him.
Okay, so one instruction at a time. Peel the potato.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure he can do that.
All right, I heard you.
Okay, perfect.
I imagine that you, dear viewer, are someone who has, at some point in your life, cut something, or even seen someone cutting something. And I'm pretty sure you're familiar with how to operate a knife. So I'm just gonna let this next bit of knife work amaze you. Just marvel in the skill level. I marvelled at the fact he didn't slice an artery too. This guy does automotive engineering, and I can't imagine what that much looked like.
You're not performing a surgery. You're just peeling a potato.
Although, given Gino's knife skills, he's more likely to be having surgery. And all this work's got Gino feeling a bit brave.
And I'm not gonna let Jasmin push me around.
And the trauma of the idea of him standing up to Jasmin makes his eyeballs run for cover. And Jasmin politely asks Gino Ramsay if he can move his slow ass up a bit.
Do you mind hurrying up?
But no, you can't rush Chef Gino, you know.
I don't hurry up when I cook.
You can't hurry art, you know. Yeah, well, maybe Art can hurry its ass up a bit. Oh, bloody hell, that was a bit worrying. Nearly lost a finger or two. 4 hours later and he's managed to peel one small potato.
Good.
Yeah, only a whole bunch more to do, but you know, it'll be fine. Jasmin throws a curveball and asks for a carrot to be peeled. And that's just too much to be asked.
I'm not peeling with that knife anymore. I need a peeler.
So chop then. Actually, no, someone get this guy a peeler. Or, you know, an ambulance on standby. Then it's horror as Jasmin pulls out an onion. I mean, really, what does she think this is? Some kind of kitchen? What does she think we're doing? Cooking some kind of dinner? This is all crazy talk. Though Gino sticks to his guns.
You don't have a cutting board, I can't do it.
And has a really big swallow of air. And it's all too much, so Gino storms off and startles the bedroom ninjas.
Where are you going? Baby?
See, bedroom ninjas, you can't be too careful, you know. Oh yeah, must remember to fix that door. Anyways, it's now time for traffic and weather with Misha Johnson.
I am beyond excited.
The Jesus calls. There's a whole bunch of stuff about Misha needing an annulment and a whole load of plot things to get a bit of urgency, but no one really cares, so Misha invites her kids to laugh at her wardrobe.
I just don't like it.
She tells her kids about her plans and they're thrilled for her.
I think it'd be really weird.
They have concerns that there may be a teensy-winksy conflict of cultures.
Well, not everything will turn into a mini sermon about what God thinks about that.
Yeah, sure it won't. A 46-year-old Orthodox Catholic virgin living with 2 teenage American girls? Yeah, it'll be fine. Oh, look, it's Riley. Who says, and there's some crazy close-up of his bum.
I'm finally...
Why do we need to see that? I don't want to see that. Riley then makes a friend in the departure lounge. This is Tony.
I'm gonna go meet my lady friend, Pacha.
Yeah, I bet Pasha is better equipped than most girls in Thailand. So, Riley's off to Thailand to meet Violet.
Nó có khác người Việt chỗ nào không?
What? Riley different to a Vietnamese guy? Well, you might notice 1 or 2 differences. Riley even likes to spice things up with a bit of farmyard impressions. Bah. But Violet's not so into lamb.
Lóp đó.
Yummy! Anyway, Violet talks to her friends and it's all pretty boring because you have to read the subtitles. But the long and short of it is that they argue a bit and she's thrilled that he's coming. We jet over to Moodybot 3000, and Razvan, it turns out he's one of these annoying people.
It's okay. It's okay.
See, the car totally stopped for him and he didn't even wave to say thanks. Oh, I hate it when people do that.
Be gracious. Always applaud bar staff when served with food or drink.
In Romania, the pigeons are pretty tough.
That she will start.
See, they didn't even fly away. Hardcore pigeons. But Razvan's spidey senses are telling them that she's being a bit frosty and maybe a bit disinterested.
Show her the beauty of the city. That she will start enjoying her time here.
Yeah, well, don't hold your breath. So on the magical mystery tour of Romania, they stopped to admire some traditional stuff.
Clothes for
Oh, well, it looks traditional.
Romanian, and they have a specific dance.
Go on, do the dance. We all want to see that. Cool, why don't you both do it? Looks silly in public. Good job. So it's back to Razvan Tours for some more in-depth history.
Oh, but you see this? This is very old.
Good job. So they go off to a bar and Moodybot 3000 is as happy as always. Razvan's had an interview with the visa people when he's looking to come to America. Moodybot expresses opinion.
Why didn't you ever tell me that you scheduled this?
What part of this whole experience is Razvan thinking looks promising? I mean, it's nowhere near honeymoon phase. She's one step short of jumping on the next plane. And, well, you know, she's a robot. Beep, bop, boop. But the Romanian Leon
Cleaner.
wants to get over there a bit sharpish, but with a bit more sharpishness than Moodybot is ready for. Razvan goes in for a direct question.
I feel like you really don't want me there.
And Moodybot responds with a slow-motion sip of wine.
Says that he wants to come to America.
Amanda seems to have processed the situation and concluded that
Do what's best for them and put my feelings, behind theirs.
good job. And Razvan gives it the old, I understand, but...
I understand. I totally understand, but...
Which always means you don't. And Moodybot stands her ground.
To be certain about the relationship.
Before my kids are involved.
Not totally robotic. And that's the end of the show. But don't miss the next episode when Gino has more fun on holiday.
Great kid.
And then we meet this guy.
People would describe me as the life of the party, for sure.
Who's meeting this party girl?
Putting my sunflower lanyard on to signal that I have an invisible disability.
So, you beautiful people, why not check out these videos? And I look forward to seeing you again. Stay beautiful. Love to my three. You take care of yourself.